fully recovered quickly after Martinsville? I mean, you were a little spent getting out of the car, and I was curious about the left leg. You were grabbing it.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. It was just my knee was hurting from pressing the brake all day. So yeah, it was hot for sure, and I was wiped out. But yeah, I felt good on Monday. So just par for the course.
Did you watch the truck race last night?
I did.
I guess
I was not impressed.
Just that.
That is not professional auto racing. It's a joke. They need to fix it.
If NASCAR brought all the drivers into a meeting room and had you come up and say something, what kind of advice would you give them?
Stop running through people every day and every race. I mean, you get racing a guy for a championship. You don't just clean them out. 50 laps, 60 laps to go in the race. The guy runs you down and passes you, and then you run into him once, and then the next corner you spin him out. I don't quite understand that one. So, but in general, the restarts and a couple of things that happened were circumstances like guys missing shifts, whatever. But for the most part, those guys race like like a bunch of kids that never had to pay for anything or fix anything that they ever drove in their entire life, and that's not the way you're supposed to drive as a professional.
That was kind of like the follow-up. Are we seeing a lot more gentlemen? They're not acting gentlemanly, but gentleman drivers coming into the sport that just probably haven't paid their dues on the short tracks and learned how to race before they get to the big leagues?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't obviously know. Everybody's situations are different. The way people come through racing and make their way to NASCAR is different for everyone. So it gets pretty old watching that every single weekend. The same guys doing the same things, and there's never any repercussions. And they keep going up through the ranks because maybe they have money behind them or whatever it is. I don't even know, but just the level of respect has been going down and down and down in the lower series for years. And you see it now in the trucks, and we're going to see it next. Xfinity race last weekend in Martinsville was a complete disaster. So I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing for the sport, I think.
Why doesn't something like that happen in Cup then? Because you were just talking about Xfinity last week and then Truck last night. Is it just because Cup drivers have that understanding?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think everyone does, but I think it's gotten, it's. I'd say it's still rougher than it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, but yeah, I think these cars are different for sure. And I think as you run 38 races with the same guys every week, you understand that doing those kind of things are not beneficial in the long run, and they end up hurting you in the long run. So you kind of stop doing them and figure it out. At least that's the way I feel about it.
What can you make of it when someone like Carson Hocevar takes somebody out, but then you see him so frustrated with himself right after?
I think it's
but
an act. I think he's just acting out to try to make people feel sorry for him.
Assess your season. I mean, you had a fabulous first 26 races, but just overall, what kind of grade would you give the 19 team at this point?
An incomplete. I mean, just I feel like we just let too many opportunities slip away for numerous reasons, and a few of them were out of our control. But I think if we could have controlled everything, we could have got here and had a shot at it tomorrow. So live and learn. It was a good year. Definitely some things to look at and try to be better at next year, obviously, like always. But overall, really happy with my team. Love my guys, and we fought our hearts out, and we still are. Today's an example of that. So they worked hard this week coming here, and today, and great qualifying effort, and hopefully we can, translate that into a good run tomorrow. And it'd be nice to just end on with a complete solid race where everything goes right, and we can just have a good solid day and have some fun and finish up front.
Mark, what is the expectation of a non-playoff driver? You've been in this championship race before, and I'm sure you probably had people who raced you very cleanly and respectfully, and maybe others maybe didn't as much as you. You're in a fast car. You could be up at the front. What is your role in the sense of if there are championship contenders out there? Is it okay to get in the way? Is it okay to compete, or how do you look at it? Because I know you've been on the other side of it.
Yeah, well, we're here to race to win. I mean, I think we let those other guys fight it out amongst themselves. But I mean, I'm not going to just lay over and give up spots just because one of the guys is in the championship four. I've been in it many times, and nobody laid over and gave me spots. And you just race hard, but you race clean and fair, and you give them the benefit of the doubt on all close situations because you understand what's on the line for them.
What was it to be back here a year later after last year? Obviously, the horrible morning for the whole organization last year and what you guys went through.
Yeah, I actually got up and thought about it this morning. Like, wow, it's been a year tomorrow, I guess. And it's crazy to think it's gone by so fast. And that's the one thing that always catches my attention. The last race of the year, it's like it feels like it takes forever, but then you get to the last race and it's like it was yesterday. You just started the year, but yeah, obviously a lot of emotions around that, and I'm sure, especially for Coach and those that were closest with Coy, but just hard to believe how fast time goes by.